Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking from LloydMachedo.com. Who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, I thought I'd just dedicate this video to remind you of 10 things that you need to keep in mind when you're in Thailand, okay? Now, just to give you a rundown, I've been in Thailand for the past 2 years, and these are the 10 things I've kept in mind, which have made my experience in Thailand absolutely amazing. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind is Thailand, the roads are really very dangerous. So always make sure that you drive safe. Please don't come here, taking a nice little scooter and not wearing a helmet and driving like mad. Some of the drivers here drive like crazy. All you got to do is go to YouTube, type Thailand road accidents. You'll get to see some of the really horrific accidents that take place. In Koh Samui that I stay, there is an accident every day. There are at least 2 accidents that take place and almost 1 death. So even though it's a very small island, so please keep in mind the roads are very dangerous. Please drive very safely. Please make sure your helmet is on, and just be on the safer side of things. Electricity is gone. So like I was saying, make sure that your helmet is on, that you're buckled up, and you're safe, because you not only have to drive offensive, you also have to drive defensive. And like you've seen before, the electricity goes out very often. So that's another thing that you need to keep in mind where life in Thailand is concerned. You have electricity shortages, which are very common. It depends on which place you are, but normally it is at least once a week you have one electricity shortage, depending on if there is heavy rain that takes place in and around the vicinity. The second thing which you need to keep in mind when you're in Thailand is do not underestimate the Thai people. Especially don't argue, don't fight. You're a tourist, you need to respect them. So keep that in mind. So if you have disagreements, be very polite, be very nice, be very amicable, because you just do not know who you're arguing or having a fight with. And keep this in mind. They may look very short in stature, but they are definitely not afraid to give you a punch where it is required. Normally they're very peaceful people. They mind their own business. They never get into fights and arguments, but I would say always be on the side of caution. The third one is, please do not touch women. Now, agreed that many people come to Thailand just as a sex pad, where they're looking for relationships, where they're looking for having a good time. But there is a difference between when you go to a nightclub, when you go to these walking streets where there are bars and where they offer massages. So, okay, if you meet someone in a bar, in a nightclub, and they show interest in you, okay, fine, that is understood. But however, do not think that you can go to any Thai woman and you can start touching. They do not like being touched. You need to respect them. You need to, a very simple gesture that you can do is always join your hands and give them the respect that they need. They feel pretty happy with that because you're showing them respect. The point number 4 is always keep in mind, you are a foreigner. When you come to Thailand, because they know that there are so many tourists who come down to visit Thailand, they're very aware of the fact that you're a tourist. But keep in mind that the title or the tag given to you is called Farang, Farang or Farang. So you will always be treated as a Farang. That is why when they speak, they'll always have the phrase Farang or Farang. That means you are a foreigner. So you can never mix with them because their culture, their lifestyle, the way they live is very different. So always keep in mind, point number 4 is you are a foreigner. Point number 5 is Thai people are exceptionally smart. They're very smart in dealing with people. They're very smart in knowing, given the fact that they know that you're a foreigner, they know what is the price to bargain with you. They know how much you can pay. They know how much you can't pay. They know what is it they have to say to you. So Thai people are very smart because it's their country and they know what is good, what is not good. So never underestimate them. Point number 6 that you need to keep in mind is ladyboys. Now, this is very common in Thailand. You'll get a lot of ladyboys. Ladyboys are guys who undergo surgery to become a girl. And I'll tell you this, you can identify a ladyboy because they come across, they are they look much more beautiful than normal women. But the minute they talk or the minute they speak, you can make out it's a guy. So just be wary of the fact that the really attractive woman who is talking to you and who seems to have a great deal of interest in you most probably would be a lady boy. So keep that in mind. There are many of them who have had surgery, who have had their fake breasts, and have had their stuff down there chopped off. So just be aware of the fact that you might be dealing with a lady boy who has had a surgery. Point number 7 is, now this might sound as a twist, but keep in mind that most of the tourists here, they are terrible people. Most of them, especially the foreigners, they're very stingy. Some of them really do not know how to behave. I do not know what it is, but you have a certain, there are a lot of nutty characters that come down here. People who think that they can just do anything and get away with it. So many of the foreigners themselves are big troublemakers, and you need to, be on the side of caution when dealing with foreigners. Many of them are super stingy. Many of them they just don't know how to behave. So I would say that be careful of the foreigners, especially the ones who are being exceptionally nice to you. You do not know what is their agenda. Point number 8, very important, is please be aware of the Thai laws. You should know what you're allowed to bring into the country, what you're allowed to carry with you, what you're allowed to do. Please be aware of the immigration rules as well. For example, if you overstay for a couple of days, you can actually get banned. You can be taken to jail if you carry illegal substances. You're not allowed to carry statues of Buddha. You're not allowed to carry religious artifacts. So please be aware what you're allowed to carry and what you're not allowed to carry, because for that you need to know the Thai laws. Point number 9 is, remember, there's a difference between the price for the local market and price for foreigners. So you'll always be paying a little bit more because you're a tourist, and obviously because they need to make money out of you. So keep in mind there's a price for the local population and there's a price for tourists. And well, you can't do anything about it because they look at you as a tourist and they look at you as a point where they can make some extra money. And last, if not the least, is do not think that Thailand is going to be a very easy place to have a business, to run a business. Almost every Tom, Dick and Harry who comes down here opens a bar, opens a pub, opens a massage parlor, opens a restaurant. I just don't seem to understand, because there are tens and thousands of restaurants, massage parlors, bars, pubs. You just cannot change the market dynamics. You might think that you have a lot of, foreign exchange and you can just convert and run a business. It's not that simple. Running a business is not that easy. There are a lot of dynamics that come into play. Don't think that you can just set up a business and start minting money. In Thailand, the people who can survive and sustain, who have the discipline and the dedication to run a business, are the Thai people, because they're well aware of their expenses. They're well aware of what they can do, cannot do, and they manage to live within their means. Most of the foreigners do not, and they do not know how to survive, because the Thai people do business with the Thai people. The foreigners, they only depend on, for tourists, for their survival. So I hope these are the 10 points that you do keep in mind where Thailand is concerned. On the safer side, I would just tell you, just be very cautious, be very careful whenever you're traveling anywhere, whenever you're a tourist, because end of the day, when you're entering a new country, it's always a risk, because you do not know the culture, you do not know the complications, you do not know what are the, what are the dangers that you're inviting. So always be on the air of caution. And I hope this gives you 10 things to keep in mind when you're moving to Thailand. Always be smart and safe. So I hope these points give you some amount of guidance. Have any comments, let me know in the comment section below. I'll always read them. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care.